Oh, and welcome. You're here with Brothers Forge Gaming, and this is Shaq Fu, a Legend Reborn. This is available as a download on the PlayStation 4. As far as a physical copy goes, I am not entirely sure. I believe this was a crowdfunded effort, so I'd imagine there was possibly some founders packs and stuff that went out that are available. Usually those are on the higher end. So, that being said, retro enthusiasts rejoice right here. We have a blast from our past, remade, updated, reinvigorated. This isn't your, 2D fighting game that you might think it was from back in the day. This is more of a beat 'em up style. And oh baby, right here, we have a very, very fun treat. So excited when I grabbed this up. Let's take a look. So there's this BGM, a song. You got Shaq vocals in it. Very cool. It does get a little bit repetitive. I believe it might be the only song in the game. There's some other various background music. Right now we're going to take a look at the settings. So you can adjust that. Hopefully I have done so adequately. Let's take a look at the Shakopedia. Now this is pretty funny. You've got some different descriptions under each thing. I don't want to spoil too much. What I do like in games is when you can unlock the cutscenes and go back and watch those. I thought about running each clip. I don't know if there's a way to play them all or if they play all as you're going through. So if anybody's interested in that, let me know and I can, polish that off on a different video. It's just some pretty funny stuff in here. Icy Hot being one of my favorite Shaq discs. There's just so many funny references in here if you followed Shaq at all in his career after basketball with his acting and his, blatant promotional videos where he's just cash grabbing. So, anyway, like I said, I don't want to spoil that too much. I'm going to go ahead and maybe we'll do new game, but what sucks is that if you do new game, it makes you go all the way back. So it is kind of nice to be able to go. We'll just take a look at the stages. So here you go. Here's all the different stages. If you're wondering how many stages are in this game. Real quick, if you're a trophy hunter out there looking for your next platinum, unfortunately this game does not offer a platinum. It would be really cool if it did. It would add a little bit more to it, but it is relatively easy to get 100% completion on it if you want that. I didn't remember exactly how many trophies there are for this. Maybe 15, something like that. Maybe like 1 gold, maybe a silver, and the rest bronze. Nothing spectacular if you're looking for that. I'm not sure if I start. See, I think if I continue from checkpoint 1, you're gonna miss all the good intro business. So let's go ahead and we'll just do new game. It's not super hard to unlock it. I got all the trophies. Take a look at some of these opening cutscenes to take a look what you're getting at. Totally worth it, guys. If you're looking at picking this game up, I say grab it. It's so much fun. In fact, this game was so much fun, it made me want to go out and grab the original. Actually, was lucky enough to find it in box at a local store. Very cool. Love the artwork on that thing. Here we go. Why don't you take a look at this beginning cutscene animation. As you can see, there were some different difficulty settings as well. I don't believe any of those affect the trophies if you're going for that. I believe I played through on normal. It wasn't super tough, so you maybe want to do it on hard if you're looking for a challenge. And one unfortunate thing was the load screens were they were long. Didn't seem like they should be, but maybe this game has more to it than meets the eye. But there are some funny things, so keep an eye out for that. Like, you got Hung Lo's fried chicken back there, and some other off-color humor throughout. Are there air conditioning units in that tree? I'm not sure what's happening there. But yeah, so here, take a look. I'll shut up.
My story is convoluted and full of holes, so pay attention. It begins in the land of dragons, legends, and General Soul's chicken. started out like any other Chinese orphan. The only clue to my identity was a mysterious birthmark. My mother named me Shaquille and raised me as her own. But as the years went by, I grew like wild bamboo on the sunny side of Mount Xing Xing. I was bullied, alienated, tormented, all because of my size.
Dance, Sasquatch!
I had no friends, but there was one man, a village elder who took interest in my upbringing. An old man named Ye.
Those kids just jealous because you such big boy. I mean, your turds must be bigger than their heads. Your feet must be the size of...
I get the point.
There is great power within you, Shakir. You must use great restraint.
He trained me in the ancient fighting technique of wuxing. And I became a master.
Shakir, time will soon arrive when your strength will be needed.
When?
Right about now.
What in the name of Wu-Tong Shin is going on here?
All right, so that should give you you know, an idea of some of the cutscene kind of humor you're gonna get. Felt a lot like you know, like Wu-Tang, or if you've seen Afro Samurai, something like that. I'm not sure if any of those people were involved in the making of this, as far as the storyline goes, animation kind of thing.
Back up, like life. We're here.
Oh man. So, but yeah, as you can see, commence with kind of a standard beat 'em up style. You've got some cool moves where you'll do kind of like that slow-mo action sequence. There's an uppercut I was trying to get, and right now none of the basic attack is unlocked, and as you go forward it unlocks a little bit more throughout the first level.
Why do these guys want to kill you?
I'm not the man you think I am.
I knew it.
You did?
I seen you looking at me when I do them high kicks.
What? No, I'm just watching your technique.
Yeah, there's a bit of a funny dynamic with that. I'm not sure why that is humorous, because the subject matter of kind of like in Family Guy with Herbert. I mean, it shouldn't be funny, but it is. Like, I don't know why. One thing cool too, you get the throwing them at the screen, kind of like TMNT in Time, some of those great ones. Tailspin on the Sega Genesis, co-op, pretty cool game if you haven't had a chance to play that. But yeah, back to it. I'm not really too sure why that subject matter is funny at all, but it's really not. I guess it's funny in a satirical setting somehow. Who knows? I guess we got to make light of some things in life to, you know, levity, that kind of thing. Oh yeah! Size 22, baby! Stomp! You do get a couple other unlocks, and there's a few decent power-ups. You've got Big Diesel, of course, or Shaq D, and there's this other one called Shaqtus. This is pretty funny. That one you don't get, I think, until like level 3 or 4. But we should get one of those power-ups coming up, so we'll try to get to that. Maybe we'll play through this whole first level, just to give you guys an idea. Unfortunately, the game does kind of get repetitive, you know, like a lot of games like this. And a co-op element would be nice, maybe some online play. Maybe, you know, one player could be the master guy, maybe some unlockable content after the fact, something like that. I believe there is a little bit of DLC for this, maybe. Oh yeah! Gotta love that suplex, baby! You can break these crates and whatnot for coins, which are just for points, I believe, and sometimes life and energy. You can find those in there, see that. So, not super useful, but in a pinch you can grab them. Funny stuff like that. One thing I do that I wasn't able to really tell was this a labor of love, or was it, you know, was this just a thankless cash grab? Where, you know, did Shaq just lend his name to this? It seemed like he was pretty involved in the creativity of it, or was he just doing voiceover? You know, I feel like there was a little bit of passion behind this project. You know, or is it just one of those things where crowdfunding and, you know, hey, let's make some money. See, let's get fans want it. Let's make some money, and then go about our day. It was kind of hard to tell, really, but nonetheless, it's a fun game to play. Oh yeah. You can get a few trophies out of it if that's your thing as well. Oh, got hit by the bomb. I'm not sure when they started doing that, but I started noticing that, and even some of the older beat 'em ups I'm playing, I don't know why they do aerial assault on you. It's just kind of a point. Dropping bombs on you from above. Oh my gosh.
That's low-hanging fruit. Looks like you ate all the low-hanging fruit.
Of course, the Superman, and then you can beat these guys while they're down, of course. One thing I could never really figure out either was how many combo attacks it took to build up the circle move. This is kind of one of those things. I'm not sure if it shows up there. You've got energy, different special meters up there. Just smash the square button until you can hit the circle button. I guess that's one way to put it. Ooh, stomp. Yeah.
Why do you keep running off when the bad guys show up?
We didn't raise enough money on Indiegogo for my combat.
Oh, I see. So they kind of explain to you what's going on. They didn't raise enough, but yeah, there we go. You get that icy hot, you get the 100% health. Too good. And yeah, if you are a fan of Shaq and his work over his body of work over his lifetime, I mean, this includes a lot of the kind of more humorous stuff he's done. One thing I didn't really see was any reference to his. He did some acting on a few of the Adam Sandler movies. He did a great job on those too. Some of the best parts of those movies. So you know, it would have been maybe nice to see reference to there. Maybe it was here and I missed it. So yeah, again, you get that special built up bam, kind of like a, not a screen wiper, but more like an AOE. I thought you could get some VHS tapes around here. Maybe there's that old film. One thing that I didn't really enjoy about these, some of these games, and I've seen it more or less in some of the newer kind of beat 'em ups, is like Double Dragon Neon, some of those things. Certain enemies you can only kill them a certain way, and I mean, I guess that's okay, but I like to just be able to punch and kick everybody. It's simpler. You don't have to think about stuff. When you're playing a beat 'em up, you don't really want to have to, you know, think. That's kind of the fun of them. One thing I have been thinking about getting, there's a Capcom beat 'em up collection. I have the Capcom collection on PlayStation 2 Volume 2, and it has most of those same games on it. But there are two previously unreleased games, two console in the States, on that collection that I kind of wanted to get, but it has like Knights of the Round, some of those cool ones on Super Nintendo that are way pricey if you're trying to get the original content. So that is one I have been looking forward to getting. Frizzle.
Frizzle? One you sent you, didn't he?
Please tell me I get to kick his ass.
It's on, Sasquatch!
Oh! Oh, that's right. So basically you just have to dodge that stupid attack. Oh, yeah, he does that. That'll wreck you, man. I'm probably not gonna beat this guy.
Not used to fighting a dude.
Yeah, you basically just have to watch out for that belt attack. He'll get you with that. And that spike's super easy to dodge. He still hit me with that. Oh man. Yeah, Shaq he's not the swiftest mover. Ah. Ooh. Jump gets you out of there. Pretty fast. Oh yeah. I still keep getting hit. You know what I'm saying? Ah. Alright, well, we'll get him. Pimp slap him. There you go.
Guan Yu will finish you off. He better have big hands. Who the hell is this Guan Yu?
Remember Yen Lo Wang, the god of death? Well, Guan Yu is his chief lieutenant.
I see how I don't remember Avenger or Ghostbuster being this complicated.
Okay, I guess that guy was just a mini boss. I was hoping that I'd get to the part where you get the big diesel. So we'll see. Do we get some weapons? I forget. Oh yeah. Okay, here we go. So I believe there's a trophy for killing people with certain kinds of weapons. I think there's one that's any weapon, then there's ones that's like certain weapons, and there's a couple levels where you have level specific. There's like a crane that you can kill people with, and then this other one with boulders. So there's a couple trophy specifics like that. Those are pretty much the only ones you're gonna have to go back and like grind in a sense, because there's just, I mean, I guess unless you just purposely die at those checkpoints. But what's nice about the level select is that you can go back at any time to those certain areas generally, but there's a couple, those spots are at a checkpoint, so you can kind of just go back to that specific checkpoint over and over, you know, just restart over and over.
And you just broke out the paper mache?
I put my heart and soul into this. You bastard.
Oh, and though I think the one tricky trophy, because it doesn't really outline it in the game for you, is that oh, that's annoying. It's called the Shaq Countermove. But basically what it is I think against certain enemies you can hit, it's like R1 or something like that, and it basically, like if they're swinging a bat at you or something like that, you can kind of like block it. It doesn't even seem like a counter move. I'm not explaining that properly, but it's so annoying. So some of these mobs are really annoying. Yeah, that one was tough. There's maybe like 2 or 3 enemies. There's these guys on a bike, and you can, yeah, I want to say it's R1. And as they're coming by, you hit R1 to kind of knock them off the bike, and that's the fastest way to do that. There's a checkpoint right there with that, and you can just kind of rinse repeat on that one. But there are other guys. There's these dudes with baseball bats. I want to say that you can do those there as well. Hey, what up, Easy? Yeah, you know all about it. This is a pretty fun game, man. It's too bad it's not co-op. I'm definitely gonna have to go back and revisit the original Shaq Fu at some point, though. See what kind of secrets it holds. Like a lot of people, you know, that was one of those games I'm pretty sure we rented with our 5 for 5 business and just kind of immediately looked past it. I mean, in an era of Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat, Killer Instinct, some of those other really good fighting games, you know, it's super easy to look past a one-player, kind of like not very good fighting game. But it did have that cool over-screen map that I do enjoy from this era, the original that is, and so that alone right there should give it merit to go back and take another look, maybe get through that. And of course, as you can see there, the screen smash. I'm trying to get to the big D. I think it might be right here. Give me that barrel. Give them the... No, ninja! That's right, dude. It's hard to remember he originally played for Orlando, huh? Not just think of him for the Lakers and the Heat. Did he play for any other teams? Probably like the Raptors or something random at the end of his career. Who knows? Dude, I'm gonna have to go get Contra today. So if you want to get it, man, before me, you better go grab it. I'm gonna see if they'll deal. Try to get that in Adventure Island. I don't know if Nick's working though. Where's it at? Where's it at? Ah, it's not there yet. Yeah! Love that missile drop kick. Big boot. Sneaky ninjas. They backstab. You know how those ninjas are. Oh. Does like double damage. No bueno. Really? Why don't I remember that? I need another weapon. Man, I think I might die. Let's just go. Yeah, full life. Alright, it's gotta be right here. There it is, the big D.
What is that?
I have placed transformative potions along your journey. Do not forsake
Oh,
them.
what time are you going, man? Because I'll probably go around like noon or so. I don't have a lot of time, but I gotta go take care of my folks' dogs.
Hell yes. I'm a diesel engine.
Oh yeah, so here we go. It's kind of, I don't know why they did this. For fun? I'm not sure, because it's kind of pointless. They just throw endless mobs at you essentially when you get these power-ups, but I don't know which one I like better. This or Shaq is pretty funny, dude. So, and he shoots projectiles. This one's cool though. You get the ground pound. Like a mech suit. Like I said, this game's kind of random in a lot of ways, so that's why I wasn't really sure if this was something they actually were passionate about making, or if it was just, you know, them acting the fool or what. I remember seeing the ad for this saying, you know, it's not the original, it's not the bad game from back in the 90s or whatever. In a way, like I said, playing this made me want to revisit the original. I definitely need to do that, but I feel like when I go back and play that again, I'm going to like it better than this. For a lot of reasons. It seemed like it had a better production value, if that's even possible to say, because, you know, so many people say the original Shaq Fu is garbage, so I believe it has seen a spike in price, guys, so if you are wanting to pick up the original Shaq Fu, you should probably do that before too long. Oh, yeah, that's right, I wasn't paying attention. Well, dude, that'd be nice if I could get your manual, for sure. I don't even know if I'll end up getting it. We'll see what they want to do. I did randomly find a hard case with the Contra code in it, and that's where I have my Contra now, is in that. So that's kind of funny. But that's no manual. It was like one of those old rental cases as well, so I believe it has like kind of like the printed on instructions, you know, on the sticker. Kind of interesting there. So I was like satisfied with that. But dude, I cannot pass on that box. I love that artwork, dude. The frickin' Contra Bros, the aliens, and skulls. So good. Is that guy wearing assless chaps? I don't think I ever noticed that. It's too bad you can't keep the power up all the way through. I think I'm getting close to the end of the level, so if I can somehow manage to get there and kill the end of the boss, we'll just ride this through the whole first level. Kneesy's big and tall. Yeah, originally when I first played this, I thought maybe I could only take a certain amount of hits, but I believe you get the suit all the way through this. That, you know, there's no way to keep it longer or shorter kind of thing. It's a timed the mount. So yeah, once you clear that spot. World of hats. Yeah. I was playing this with some buddies and they were like, that doesn't look anything like Shaq. I'm like, it's because it's anime Shaq. What do you want? That was their chief complaint about this game.
Arthur O'Deal?
We meet again, Guan Yu.
You gotta love this place. I've squeezed a fortune out of your people.
I knew he was a puppet.
Silence, white belt.
Look out!
Yay! No!
Right, back at it, boss fights. Oh, that's right. This guy's not too terribly tough. His reach is real though, so you just gotta roll out of the way. Stay away from him. None of the bosses are very, very tough by any means. On hard it might be a different story, it usually is. No, he's gonna get me. Kick him! I don't think I'd seen that one before. Interesting.
Face had to be made of rubber, but why'd you choose the body of a bloated
So yeah, I mean, you got that's the gist of the boss fight here.
It's now a giant crab sack filled with 8 decades of excrement.
Oh. That claw reach is stupid. The tracking, man, can't get out of there, seriously. Just some of those little things like that, you get really screwed in the corner. I think it's just bad programming. I can't think of any other reason why that ends up happening. I mean, come on, I should be able to walk over those barrels. Oh man, stupid. It's almost like you have to. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, I got him. Okay. So like I said, you just gotta work around him. So, but on that last one, I got pinned.
Seriously? People crowdfunded this crap? We should have remade Steel.
Steel is next, baby.
There's one boss on the later stages where you have to kind of run around in a circle to avoid him, and you get pinned in the corner pretty easily. So it's one of those things. And this is actually kind of a tough boss, so it's unfortunate that that's what happens. And it's one of those things where it's phases, so you have to, you know, he runs, you get a certain amount of damage and he bounces out, and it's like sliver of life and he bounces out, and you're like, seriously? I freaking hate it when they do that. It should just let you kill him. They make, you know, it's like forcing an extra confrontation that you shouldn't have to do on like a cheesy mechanic boss thing. Really. And that's a glitch I found as well, is that you face the enemy and start punching, and he immediately punches the other direction. I into that glitch often, actually, in this game. Oh, no. I should have had this guy dusted by now. Uh-oh. So he's just chilling right there in the middle. Alright, there you go.
Yen Lo Wang has a diabolical plan.
I'm sorry, I wasn't fast enough.
It's fine. Listen. In order to weaken the intellect of the people of Earth, to make them easier to conquer, Yen Lo Wang has sent demons to Earth, disguised as celebrities, who brainwash the people into moronic subservience. You must find and kill these celebrities.
What? I ain't killing no.
Shaq, you must trust me. Take this. It is a gold bond. A gold bond that has connected our secret order for generations. gold bond.
Why do you keep saying gold bond?
I get paid every time I say gold bond. Gold bond, gold bond, gold bond.
Yeah, focus.
Right. Shaq, you are our only hope now. Do not fail me. First, Babyface must die. Gold bond.
Damn right, that's some good Shaq. Gold Bond. Gold Bond. That was one of my favorite parts of this whole thing. So there you go. There's a score for the first level. Under 20 minutes. All that good stuff. If you want to try to beat it, go right ahead. Let me know. Put it in the comments. If you guys are out there thinking about picking up Shaq Fu, A Legend Reborn, you absolutely should. You have no reason not to. It's a fun game. Tons of cool bits and you know, little things like you just saw right there with the gold bond. And I mean, come on, this is just good stuff here. So yeah, whether you know you're an old school gamer, newcomer to the party, you know what, I highly recommend this. It's a short game. I think you can beat it. You know, what do you see? 20 minutes. There's 6 levels. You know, somewhere you could expect 20 to 30 minutes. Replay value, not great. I mean, unless you're just really having a great time playing it. Or you wanted to clear it on a harder setting after you cleared it on it. I could see it on hard being a little frustrating because, like I said, some of the mechanics in it, the hit detection, you know, the control and all that. It's a little tough. But that being said, like I said, great game. Make sure to pick it up. That's going to do it for us today on Brothers Forge Gaming. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by, Easy, dropping some comments. I'm going to get that Contra book. I don't care what you say. No, just kidding, man. But yeah, we'll catch you next time.